Hey there everyone! Welcome back to another video from the Philippines. Today, we're tackling a big question I get all the time. Can you live comfortably in the Philippines on just $1,000 a month? Spoiler alert, the short answer is yes, it's definitely possible, but whether it works for you really depends on where you live and how much you're willing to adjust to the local lifestyle. Stick around and we'll break down what a $1,000 monthly budget can actually get you in the Philippines, from rent, food, and transportation to overall quality of life. Let's dive in. First off, let's put that $1,000 in context. In the Philippines, the average income for locals is around 18,500 pesos per month, which is about $330. So, when we talk about living on $1,000 a month, or around 60,000 pesos, that's actually way above what most Filipinos make. If locals can get by on that average income, then yes, as a foreigner, living on $1,000 per month is not just possible, it's more than doable. But there are important factors to consider: where you live and how much you're willing to adapt to the Filipino lifestyle and local food. The biggest factor in making this budget work is where you choose to live. If you want to stay in Manila or Cebu City, rent will take up a significant chunk of that $1,000. A small condo in these cities can cost anywhere from 15,000 to 30,000 pesos. 200 two phones. $50 to $500 per month. You can still make it work, but you'll need to be careful with other expenses. On the other hand, if you move to a smaller city or province, like Dumaguete, Iloilo, or even somewhere less urban, your rent can drop to around 8,000 to 15,000 pesos, $135 to $250. In these areas, you can get a basic, comfortable house or apartment for a lot less money, allowing you to allocate more of your budget to other things like food or travel. So, in short, if you're willing to step away from the hustle of big city life, you can definitely stretch your budget further. Next up, food. If you're happy to eat like the locals, your food budget will be surprisingly low. Buying from local wet markets instead of supermarkets is key. You can get fresh fruits, vegetables, fish, and meat at prices that are a fraction of what you'd pay back home. A week's worth of groceries for one person can be as low as 1,500 pesos, $25, depending on how much you consume and what you buy. Eating out at local spots, known as carinderias, can also save you a lot. A typical meal can cost around 50 to 100 pesos, $1 to $2. If you're used to Western food or eating at expat-friendly restaurants though, that's where things get pricey. Easily 300 to 500 pesos, $5 to $9 per meal. Adapting to the local cuisine, think rice, vegetables, fish, and meat dishes, will keep your costs down and let you live comfortably on that $1,000 budget. Transportation in the Philippines is generally inexpensive. You have options like jeepneys, tricycles, and buses, which are all super affordable. A typical jeepney fare is around 12 pesos, about 20 cents, and even a tricycle ride is usually less than 50 pesos, or $1, depending on the distance. If you live in a province or a smaller city, many expats buy a scooter for around 50,000 pesos, which is about $800. And this cuts down on daily costs dramatically. Fuel is affordable, and having your own transportation gives you a lot of flexibility while keeping your expenses down. Utilities are another factor to consider. If you're in a smaller place without air conditioning, your electric bill could be as low as 2,000 pesos, which is about $35. If you're running AC a lot, especially in the hotter months, that can easily jump to 5,000 pesos, or $90, or even more. Internet is also affordable, but speeds can vary depending on where you are. Expect to pay around 1,500 pesos or $25 a month for a decent connection. If you're working online, it might be worth investing in a backup internet source or a mobile data plan as well. Now let's talk about lifestyle and entertainment. One of the great things about the Philippines is that many of the best activities are either free or very cheap. Spending a day at the beach doesn't cost anything beyond getting there. You can join local festivals, visit waterfalls, and enjoy the beautiful outdoors, all without breaking the bank. Eating at local markets or having a beer with friends at a local sari-sari store can be a great experience that's very easy on the wallet. Of course, if you want to do more Western-style entertainment, like going to cinemas, malls, or eating at upscale restaurants, that can quickly eat into your budget. The key is to balance these activities with more affordable local experiences. Healthcare is another important consideration. Fortunately, private healthcare in the Philippines is pretty affordable compared to Western countries. A typical doctor's visit will cost around 500 pesos or about $9. For peace of mind, many expats opt for local health insurance or an international plan, which can range anywhere from 3,000 to 10,000 pesos or $50 to $170 per month, depending on the coverage. If you're generally healthy and not in need of frequent medical services, healthcare costs won't take a huge bite out of your $1,000 budget, but having a bit set aside for emergencies is always a good idea. One thing you can't put a price tag on is how well you adapt to the Filipino lifestyle. Living on $1,000 a month is entirely possible, but it's much easier if you're comfortable living similarly to how locals live. Budget-friendly housing, local markets, public transportation, and local entertainment are all key components of making this budget work. If you're able to embrace a slower pace of life, enjoy the warmth of Filipino hospitality, and not need too many Western comforts, you can have a wonderful life on a modest budget. But if you're someone who needs regular access to imported goods, upscale living, and Western-style amenities, then you might find yourself overshooting that $1,000 target very quickly. So, is it possible to live on $1,000 a month in the Philippines? Absolutely, yes. Especially if you're willing to adapt to the local culture and live like a local. For around 60,000 pesos a month, you can have a comfortable lifestyle in many parts of the country, particularly in the provinces or smaller cities. It's all about location and lifestyle choices. Manila or Cebu might be a stretch, but smaller towns and provinces offer a great quality of life for that budget. The Philippines has a lot to offer, and $1,000 can go quite far if you plan it right. If you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below if you have any questions or if you've had your own experiences living here. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video from the Philippines. Mabuhay!